After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, a scoreless first half. How does that change how you assess things here moving forward?
Well, it doesn't change it a whole lot because, remember, it's still scoreless, which means you're starting from 0 again, so you just have one half to play instead of 2. What I would look at my play sheet, though, and see is something that maybe loosens things up for my guys, gets a smile on their faces, and gets them going to begin the second half.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Another nice job there defensively. They've had him bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give him a chance to break off a big one.
Mahomes throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Let's just lean on the word good here, partner. Good way to start the second half. Good safe throw and a good quick first down as well.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Well, that's one of the drawbacks. To run in the RPO, if those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Johnson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. On first down, it's Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Devontae Smith with an amazing diving catch. And the Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it here. And he is in to make it 16-0. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Time for another look at this Lions offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is born. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it, being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Out to his left. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. Now Mahomes. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Devontae Smith with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Mahomes now to throw. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Thorough domination right now, and the game plan is simple, obviously, Charles. They're going for 2 after every touchdown, and it's 24-0.
Don't you just get the sense right now that they're just flexing? I mean, you'd be able to do whatever they want, how they want, 3 2-point conversions, and now they're up 24-0. So essentially, they gained a field goal out of it without even trotting the kicker out there.
Another shot now for this Lions offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-time interception king, Paul Krause. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one, and even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. Shoves him away. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Second and 16. Here's Watson, option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third and long, it's Watson. T.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, had to get it. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
But for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw. In for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. On first down, it's Watson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. A call in luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A third quarter action from Kansas City, second down and 10. From the end zone, Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Here's Hester. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
KC's offense ready to take over.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time player.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Look good, though. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Forced out to his left. They juked him. A second nice move, a spin. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 55 yards.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll drop to throw.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Paul Krause. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now back to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, you understand what they were thinking there, obviously. They're down big, just looking for anything to grasp onto. But what happens is they throw the pick 6, the lead gets even bigger, and that kind of feels like the exclamation mark on a very impressive victory here.
And that's where you can see things really start to snowball, right? A lot of mistakes being made. They're down big. Now they're trying to get back into it. That gives those defenders more opportunities to take advantage of even more errant throws and extend this big lead.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion.
And now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards.
And the offense. Saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
George Karlaftis, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll run for it with Charbonnet.
And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Easy. Here we go again. Mike 54. Mike 54. All day.
He'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to...
So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chiefs. I know a lot lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. That's caught, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0. Ball game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 18.
He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
George Karlaftis.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Mayfield now.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
It's fielded at the 45. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now here comes Kansas City. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They go to Johnson again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Johnson taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Chiefs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So this, Charles, here, a tight game through the first 2 quarters, but they've come out in this 2nd half and really took the fight to them.
And you and I both know that in the locker room at halftime, both sides' head coaches emphasize the first 5 minutes of the 2nd half, getting out and establishing yourselves. One team has definitely done that.
And this will be caught. This time the 2-point conversion works, and it's 14-0. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Mayfield looks to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Running for it, Montgomery. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Now here's Mahomes. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Flush to his right. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith
from 21 yards away.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
So the 2-point conversion trend continues, at least as far as trying those goes. They've attempted them after all 3 touchdowns, CD, and converted now 2 of them.
They're not just dipping their toe in the water, are they? I mean, they're committed to going for 2 points, and 2 out of 3, now with a 22-0 lead. In a sense, they're a little bit ahead of the curve because normally it would be 21, wouldn't it?
And with the way their defense is playing, I don't know if it matters if they do convert any of these.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw, Mayfield.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
He completes it to Jones.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Mayfield. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Hooked off by Paul Krause. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 28. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Now a handoff. Johnson able to power through. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And Johnson is in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side.